Hello children, let's come back to our maths class. Today we are just going to continue with a new topic, that is Unit 4 Geometry. In the previous class I have just given you a rough idea of what is a congruent triangle and what is a similar triangle. What was congruent triangle, children? A congruent triangle means, suppose if you have two triangles, and when you can say that two triangles are congruent, if they are having the same size and same shape. So the size should be same and also the shape should be same. That is what we call as congruent triangle. Okay, this was for congruent. That means you should get a triangle of same size and same shape. We call it as congruent triangle. Now for similar triangles, you have to get the same shape but not the same size. You may have a smaller triangle and you may have a bigger triangle. That's not a matter. You may have the same shape but not the same size. So you have to be clear with the difference between a congruent triangle and a similar triangle. So till your previous, that is till your lower classes, you have dealt with congruent triangles. So we are just studying about similar triangles over here. So just get the difference between these two triangles. Same size and shape. For similar, the same shape but the size may not be same. You may have a different size. Okay, one more thing over here is, I have told you that the symbol used for congruent triangle is this. That is equal to, and you have to write a sleeping S over it. And for similar, only a sleeping S. Okay children? So this is how the congruent triangle is denoted as, symbol is denoted, and this is how the similar symbol is denoted as. I hope you are clear with this point. Okay children, now take down your classwork. We have some points to take down. Let's write down the points. In the previous class we have taken first point under points, remember, okay? So now you are going to continue with the second point. So just write down point number 2. So you can just continue, just write down the date and continue with point number 2. Under point number 2, you are going to write down AA criterion of similarity. AA criterion of similarity. You are going to follow along with me, children. You can refer page number 159. Refer page 159 of your textbook, children. So I am going to take the points from there only. So we have just in this chapter we are going to see about 3 similarities. One is AA similarity. Now what is the meaning of AA similarity? Suppose you have a triangle, children. Okay, just listen to me first. I'll explain to you what is AA criterion and later on we'll take the point for AA. Suppose you have two triangles PQR and we have one more triangle ABC. Okay children? Now I have to, when can I say that triangle PQR is similar to triangle BAC by AA similarity? When this can be said? If two angles are equal. Just see here, if two angles of one triangle are respectively equal to two angles of another triangle, then the two triangles are similar. If the two angles of one triangle, that means if P and Q, suppose I am saying that P and A, the values of P and A is same, and also the angle of Q and the angle of B are equal, then what you can say from the figure, I can say that angle P is similar to, or you can say is congruent to angle A or equal to angle A. Next, angle Q is equal to angle B. You can just see the symbols over here. I have just put here one arc over here and I have just given you two angles like this. So angle P is equal to angle A, then angle Q is equal to angle B. So we can say that since I have found two conditions based on angles, yes. So here also we have seen that two angles, that is angle P is equal to angle A and angle Q is equal to angle B. So if you are showing such a condition, we can say that triangle PQR is similar to triangle BAC by AA similarity. AA means angle similarity. What is the meaning of AA? Angle. Here I am showing the two angles to be equal. So we have to call it as AA similarity. Now, one more thing over here. If the two angles are going to be equal, automatically the third angle and the third angle will be equal. Suppose you just assume, we know the measurement of a triangle. What is the sum of all the three angles of a triangle? It's 180 degree. Okay, we know this information. We have already seen this property in our lower classes. Suppose I take a P as 50 degree. Okay, so that means here also 50, because we are saying that angle P and angle A are equal. So if I take this as 50 and if I take this as 50, okay. Now here I am going to take this as 60 and I am going to take this as 60. Because whatever measurement is for Q, the same measurement is going to be for B. So Q and B will be equal. Now let us add the two angles. What we get here? 50 plus 60 gives you 110. So 50 plus 60, 110. So what is the left out angle over here? So it will be 70 degree. Are you clear with this property, children? See, if I take angle P as 50, the angle A is going to be 50 degree, because we are going to show by AA similarity, and here we are saying that angle P is equal to angle A. So both the angles will be same. Here both the angles will be same. Now what are you going to find? We are going to find out the unknown angle, that is R. I am just going to add the two angles. So 50 plus 60, yes, it's 110. Okay. So if this is 110, what will be the value for angle R? It will be 70 degree. How I get 70 degree? 180 minus 70. That is 180 minus 110. I just put here 180. That is, from the total sum, I have to reduce this 110. So what is the answer I get here? 70 degree. So if this is 70 degree, what will be this angle? 70 degree. That means if you are considering a triangle to be AA similarity, it will be also AA similarity. Okay, so we are not going to take all the three. Any two is enough for AA similarity. So AA similarity and AAA similarity is one and the same. But we don't go for AAA. We mostly use AA similarity. I hope you are clear with the AA similarity. What is the meaning of AA similarity? Two angles of one triangle is equal to the two angles of the corresponding triangle. So here P and Q is equal to A and B respectively. That means P is equal to A, Q is equal to B. So we say that these triangles are similar by AA criterion. AA criterion means what? Angle criterion. Okay, now let's stay on the point, children. Let's write down the point, write down. If two angles of one triangle, if two angles of one triangle are respectively equal, two angles of another triangle then the two triangles are similar, then the two triangles are similar because the third angle in both triangles must be equal. Because the third angle in both the triangles must be equal. Okay. Write down. This is for AA criterion. So therefore AA criterion is same as the AA similarity criterion. So you can just put here, therefore AA criterion is same as AAA similarity. Criterion. can put your similarity criterion. Okay. So I have just written the explanation for AA criterion. Already I have explained to you. If two angles of one triangle are respectively equal to two angles of other triangle. Actually, if this is enough for showing that AA criterion. But we know that since two angles are going to be equal, if two angles are going to be equal, the third angle is automatically going to be equal when you apply the property over there. That is, sum of three angles for triangle is 180 degree. Okay. So then the two triangles are similar because the third angle in both the triangles must be equal. Therefore, AA similarity criterion is same as AAA similarity criterion. Okay, now let's go for the third point over here. We have finished the second point, yes. So take down the third one. The third one is SAS criterion of similarity. Third one, SAS criterion of similarity. You may feel that why we are writing this point is very important, because if you have to solve a problem, first of all, we have to find out whether the triangles are similar. Once we find the triangles are similar, then only we can proceed for the further steps. Okay, children? So we should know how to check for the similarity. When you get AA, or when you get SAS, or when you get SSS. So without the proper explanation or without the proper idea, you cannot go for the further step. So we should be clear with the definitions of different criterions. Okay, children? So we have to take down the point, and you have to read the point, you have to understand the point, and you have to be clear with the point. Okay, children? Then only we can apply this criterions in our problems. Okay, now let's move for SAS. Very simple. I'll just take two triangles over here. I'll take a triangle KLM and I'll take a triangle ABC. Okay, children, just listen over here. KLM and BAC. Now SAS, that means side, angle, side. So what is the full form of SAS? Side, angle, side criterion. So side, angle, side. And how is the angle? The angle is between SAS. That means A is present between the two sides. So you have to take a side. Suppose if I am taking side KL and if I am taking side KM, that means I am going to consider which angle? I have to consider the angle K. Now this angle K is included. How it is? It is included between KL and KM. I just cannot choose M, because this M is not included between these two sides. So remember how to choose the angle. So when you say the particular similarity is SAS, when you have two sides and the angle is included between them. See here, KL, KM, and the angle is between the particular line, that is KL and KM. Are you getting the point, children? Okay. So now let us fill these details also. So I'll be having a angle A over here. I'll put here two lines. Okay. So now how you will prove the triangle to be similarity here? First of all, you should say in triangle KLM and triangle. I started from the top, yes. So A, B, C. Okay. So I have considered two triangles. What are the two triangles? KLM, ABC. So I have just taken in triangle KLM and triangle ABC. Which sides are similar? KL is equal to AB, because we have just marked the identical side. Here we have put this sign says that both the sides are equal. So you can put here KL is equal to AB. Okay. Next, this two here we have an identical sign here. This equal to and equal to here. So you can say KM is equal to AC. KM is equal to AC. And one more thing, I'll write here angle LKM is equal to angle LKM is equal to angle BAC. Getting my point? So you have to take this angle as an included angle. That means the K should be in the middle. Like here. See, the K is coming between the two letters or between the two vertex. So LKM. Then here BAC. So when you have such a condition. So here we have taken three conditions. Yes, children? One for side, and one for angle. So you can say triangle KLM is similar to triangle ABC by SAS similarity. Getting the point? So how to prove for this SA similarity? You have to take two sides and you have to take the included angle. Are you getting my point, children? So when you show in this manner, we can say that two triangles are similar by SAS criterion. Are you clear, children? Okay. Now let's write on the definition. Write on the definition for SAS. If one angle of triangle, you can just refer the definition from page 159. If one angle of a triangle is equal to one angle of another triangle, if one angle of a triangle is equal to one angle of another triangle, one angle of another triangle. So one angle of a triangle is equal to one angle of another triangle. And what else the condition is given? And if the sides including them are proportional, and if the sides including them, the sides including means the angle should be present between the sides. Suppose you have a side, if you are talking about these two sides, that means the angle should be included between them. Getting my point? And suppose if you're, this is our triangle. If you're talking about these two sides, that means where should be the angle present? The angle should be present over here. So you have to be very careful when you choose for SAS criterion. Okay, so write on here, and if the sides including them are proportional, if the sides including them are proportional, then the two triangles are similar. Then the two triangles are similar by SAS criterion of similarity. So if one angle of a triangle is equal to one angle of another triangle, and if the sides including them are proportional, then the two triangles are similar by SAS criterion of similarity. That is side, angle, side. The angle will be included between the two sides. The angle will be present between the two sides. Included. Actually, correct statement is the angle is included between two sides. Okay. Let's go for the last criterion, that is SSES criterion, and you have this definition in your page 160. I hope you would have taken the second point. I'll rub down this. Let's go for point number 4. Point number 4, SSS criterion of similarity. SSS criterion of similarity. It's very simple. As the name suggests, it's a side, side, side. So if you have two triangles, just observe here carefully, children. I just take P, Q, R, and I'll take X, Y, Z. Okay, children? I'm going to take two triangles as PQR and XYZ. Now here I say that PQ and XY is equal, PR and XZ is equal, and QR and YZ is equal. So this is how the figure is being given to you, and now we are going to prove that this triangle are similar by SSS criterion of similarity. So first of all, how to start the proof? You have to follow a certain method when you do your proof, children. Okay. So first of all, you are going to do here in triangle PQR and triangle XYZ. What do you do? In triangle, see, I have told you how to name a triangle. If you're starting from P, start from X. If you're starting from Q, start from Y. Okay, children? So, triangle PQR and triangle XYZ, what is equal? Yeah, PQ is equal to XY. Then, QR, I'll go for QR. QR is equal to YZ. PR is equal to XZ. Okay, children? So, we have three sides over here. We have taking the three sides and we are showing that they are equal. So, if you are dealing with the three sides, you have to say that triangle PQR is similar to triangle XYZ. Here, I have just considered and because I don't know how is the triangle going to be similar. So, I am just going to consider triangle PQR and triangle XYZ. Here, I am just proving the conditions, and once I am showing three conditions. See, for side, that is for SSS, you have to show three sides. For SAS, you have to show two sides and one angle. And for AA, that is when you are showing for two angles, there 2 points is enough. No need to go for the third angle. If you just showing two angle, you can say the triangles are similar by the, what was that, AA similarity criterion. Okay, children? So here I will say triangle PQR similar to triangle XYZ by SSS criterion of similarity. So I am just giving you this, so you should be able to use this in our problems. We have to write down in this manner. We have to prove the triangle to be similar. So you have to consider the given triangle, then you have to write down what is given to you, and you are going to finalize the type of criterion. Okay, children? So I hope you are clear. So here we were dealing with SSS, and we had a PQR triangle, and we had a triangle XYZ. So PQ is equal to XY, QR is equal to YZ, and PR is equal to XZ. So we can say that triangles are similar by SSS criterion. Getting my point, children? Okay, now let's go for the definition. No need to take down this. This is just for your explanation. Write down the definition. Okay. So what is the definition? If three sides of a triangle are proportional to three corresponding sides of another triangle, then the two triangles are similar. Write down the definition. If three sides of a triangle are proportional to if three sides of a triangle are proportional to three corresponding sides of another triangle, then the two triangles are similar. By SSS criterion of similarity. That the two triangles are similar by SSS criterion of similarity. So we have written all the three different criterions. I hope you were clear with these three criterions, yes, children? Can you prove the triangles to be similar? Yes, you should know how to show the triangles are similar, like by taking the condition I have shown in triangle. If two triangles are given, means you have to consider, okay, in this triangle and this triangle, this part is equal to this part is equal to this part. Accordingly, then you have to finalize, okay, so these triangles are similar by particular criterion. If you are taking three sides, SSS. If you are taking two sides and one angle, SAS. And one more thing, again I mentioned, a two side and one angle is not enough. Two side and the angle should be included in them. Then only you can prove the triangle to be similar by SAS. And one more thing, if you are just considering with two angles, you can say the angles are similar by AA similarity. Okay, children, so with this we complete the points. Remember, I just give you some work over here. You are going to take page 60. Your homework is from page 160, some useful results on similar triangles. You have 5 points over there, children. So you are going to just self-study. You just take the point. You have to write on the point. You have to draw the figure. I just repeat. Listen to my statement carefully. You are going to write down the point. You are going to draw the figure related to it. You have a figure. You can just see for every point you have a figure. So you are going to write the point. You are going to draw the figure. Write the point, draw the figure. Write the point, draw the figure. So you are going to just understand that different results, and we will be going in detail with these results when we are applying that results in the exercise. Okay, children? So I will be explaining you about the results when we are applying it. Okay? So when we will be applying it. So your homework is to write some useful results on similar triangles. Page 160. This one time, okay? Along with the figure. You have to do the figure also. Okay? So this is the homework. Okay, children, now we are going to continue with our exercise 4.1. Come on, let's start with exercise 4.1. Take down your, already, you can just continue, no problem. You continue with the same page. If you have spaces, you can continue, no problem. Just give the heading as exercise 4.1. Take down the first question. Check whether which triangle are similar and find the value of x. So here two triangles are given. So we are going to do it. We are going to do both the triangles, but we have to do one at a time. Okay, children? So we will be doing the first triangle. Then we will be checking whether the triangles are similar. If the triangles are similar, we can find the value of x. And if the triangle is not similar, we cannot find the value of x. The other question is check whether the triangles are similar. So first of all, your work is to check for the similarity. And after checking for the similarity, if the triangles are similar, find the value of x. If the triangles are not similar, no need of finding the value of x. Come on, let's proceed with the work. I hope you have taken the heading as exercise 4.1. Let's start with the work. I'll write down here exercise 4.1 and first question, first subpart. You have to draw the triangle with a scale and a pencil, children. Draw the figure as it is given in the book. A, B, C, D, E. D, E. Write down the measurements 2, 3.5, then 3, 5. So write down all the details that is given to you. So check whether the triangles are similar. Okay. So here we are going to check whether the triangles are similar. So let's take down the triangle first. So you are going to consider the triangles first. So whenever you go for a similar triangle, first thing is we have to choose the triangle. So how to choose a triangle? Here we have only one triangle. Here you have two triangles. You have a smaller one and you have a bigger one. So you are going to choose a smaller one and a bigger one. Okay, children? So how to choose the triangle? That's a very big work over here. So be careful when you choose a triangle. So here what I'm going to do is, here no other informations are given, only the measurements of some sides are given. Okay. So we are going to use the sides and we are going to check whether the triangles are similar or not. So first of all, we are going to choose a triangle, and how to choose a triangle, that's very big important work. So I'm going to take the triangle AED, the smaller one, AED. So in which direction I am going? I am going in this direction, like AED. So if I am choosing AED, that means I have to choose ACB. Follow the direction properly. Okay, so I am going to take, I can just take AED, or if I am taking ABC, if, see, many ways, you have many ways of choosing. If I take ACB, how are you going to follow for the next one? You have to take AED. If I am going to take ABC, that means how I am traveling? I am going to traveling like this, ABC. So what is the smaller triangle here? ADE. Getting my point? Okay, so here we are going to choose the second one. I will take in triangle ABC. I will take ABC. Okay, in triangle ABC and triangle, see, ABC. You are following this way. So you have to follow the same way for the smaller triangle also. ADE. So in triangle ABC and triangle ADE. Okay. Now I have taught you how to take the proportional sides. Do you remember, children? Yes. How are you going to take the sides? AB. The first two. So what do you get? AB upon AD is equal to first two done. Now second, third. So BC upon DE and the first and the last. So AC, AE. AC upon AE. So this is what we have to show. And if we show that this is equal, that means we can say the triangles are similar. Okay, getting my point, children? So what are you going to show to be equal? You are going to show the sides are proportional. Proportional means they are equal. So AB upon AD, BC upon DE, AC upon AE. So this is what we have to check whether they are equal or not. Okay, I hope you are clear with this point. So we have chosen two triangles. One is ABC, the bigger one, and the smaller one. Be careful to follow the same direction. Otherwise, we will get a wrong answer. Okay, clear? Now let's choose some of the values and let's put out the answer over there, values over there, and get the answer. AB, I know the value for AB. What is the value for AB? Yeah, AB is, this is AB. Yes, AB I know. AD I know. BC I don't know. DE I don't know. So I know these two values. I don't know this value, so leave this. AC I know. I know the value for AC. I know the value for AE. Yes, children? AC I know. I know the value for AE also. So I am going to take this two. So I am going to take this two. I am going to take AB upon AD and I am going to take AC upon AE. And I am going to check whether they are equal or not. Because I know the values of AB and AD and I know the value for AC and AE. But I don't know the value for BC and DE. So no need to worry about that. Just choose the ratios or just choose the values which we know. Okay, children? So just write down here, consider AB upon AD and AC upon AE. So what are we going to do? We are going to consider AB upon AD and AC upon AE. If we show that they are equal, that means we can say that triangles are similar. If we say that they are not equal, then you have to say that both are what? Not similar. Okay, so I am going to consider AB upon AD. What is AB upon AD? AB. See, AB means I have to join these two. So AB is the whole from here to here. So 3 plus 5, it's 8. AD. What is AD? It's 3. So I get 8 upon 3. Okay. So AB upon AD I get as 8 upon 3. Okay, now I am going to go for AC upon AE. What is AC? 2 plus 3.5. So 2 plus 3.5. I'll just solve here. You can do the work in the rough column, children. 2 plus 3 upon 3 half. 3.5. So 2 plus 3 2s are 6. 6 plus 1, 7 upon 2. 2 2s are 4. 4 plus 7 upon 2. So you get 11 upon 2. So you have to show this working. because they have not given you the answers exactly, and I cannot add 2 plus 3 because one is in fraction. Okay, so we are going to change in improper fraction. So I get 2 plus 3, 1 by 2. So I get 2 plus 3 into 2, 6. 6 plus 1, 7 by 2. 2 2s are 4 plus 7 by 2. So I get the answer is 11 by 2. So just take down this part. So AC I got as 11 by 2 upon AE. 11 upon 2 upon 2. Take down the steps. So, have you taken down, have you solved the work in the rough part, children? You have to complete the work, you should know how you have got the step. Okay, so AC is 11 by 12 and A is 2. So, you have a fraction upon number, so the number will come down. Actually, or what you can do is, I'll tell you an easy method to write down this. This is, you take the numerator as it is. What is the numerator? 11 upon. This is 2. See here, this is actually 2 upon 1. You have only 2, so you have to write down the reciprocal of it. When you take this number as this, are you getting my point? This is 11 upon 2, you write down 11 upon 2 as it is. Now this is 2. What is the reciprocal of 2? I have taught you the reciprocal. The reciprocal of 2 is 1 upon 2. What is the reciprocal of 3 upon 4? It's 4 upon 3. Reciprocal means interchanging the numerator and denominator. So here 2 is alone, yes? That means what is the number present in the denominator? 1. So what is the reciprocal of 2 upon 1? It's 1 upon 2. 3 upon 4 reciprocal, 4 upon 3 and so on. Okay. So now what you get here? So I have taken 11 upon 2. I have taken the reciprocal of 2. What is the reciprocal of 2? 1 upon 2. So what do you get? 11 upon 4. Are they equal, children? See here. You may, this is 8 upon 3 and this is 11 upon 4. If you want, you can just simplify it further. 3 1s are 3 2s are 6. 2s are 6. 2 0. 3 6 are 18. 2 0. It goes on. So it's approximately 2.7. You can put here 2.7. Approximately 2.7. And what you get here? 4 2s are 8. 0, 4 7s are 28, 4 5s are 20. So it's approximately 2.8. So not exactly equal, they are not equal. So you put here approximately 2.8. Show the working part, children. So you may have a confusion, yes, from the fraction we cannot determine whether they are equal or not. So try to write down in form of decimal. So 8 upon 3, when you divide it, you get 3 2s are 6, 2 left out, 3 6 are 18, again 2 left out, 3 6 are 18, again left out. So you get 2.666. So you can approximate as 2.7. This is greater than 5s. So when you just stop it, if you have to just stop the record, or when you have to round it off, you have to add here plus 1 and this turns to be 7. That is, you have to add plus 1 over here. If it is 5 or more than 5. So 2.7 and here I get 4 and 11. Yes, you are dividing 11 by 4. So 4 2s are 8, 3, 4 7s are 28, 2 0 4 5s are 2.75. So this is 2.8. So you can say AB upon AD is not equal to AC upon A. They are different numbers. Yes, children, you have 2.7 and this is 2.8. They are different. 2.7 is different, 2.8 is different. So AB upon AD is not equal to AC upon AE. Therefore, which are the two triangles we have taken here? Therefore, triangle ABC is not similar to triangle ADE. I hope you are clear with this step, with this problem. So here the first thing is to consider the two triangles. Take a smaller one and a bigger one. try to choose or try to follow the proper direction. Write down the proportional size, the first two, the last two, the first and the last, the first and the last. Then you have to take the values which we know. BC upon D both are unknown, so we cannot do anything with this. So just leave this part. Take the remaining thing where we know the values, where the values can be substituted. So I am going to consider AB upon AD. When I simplify AB and AD, I get 2.7. And similarly, when I substitute or when we just solve on AC and AE, I get 2.8. Now both of them are not equal. So I say that triangle ABC is not similar to triangle ADE. And before we started the sum, I have told you that if the triangles are not similar, we cannot find the value for x. Are you getting my point, children? So we cannot find the value for x. That's all. We complete our sum saying that the triangles are not similar. Okay. Now let's take the next one. Take on the second subpart. Have you taken on? Show all the working part, children. You should know all the working part. Without knowing the working part, no use. You cannot proceed with the sums. So you have to focus on the working parts also. Okay, have you completed? Okay, I'll put here second subpart. What is this? Draw the figure properly, children. Draw the figure for second subpart. A, B, C, P, Q, C. Okay, angle is given over mentioned here. Here they have given angle 70 degree. Here they have given an angle of 110 degree. This side they have not given anything. Okay, 110 degree. What else is given to you? X is given here. This is X, and this is 3. This is 3. This is 5. Okay. So we know this many details. Fill all the details, whatever is given to you. Fill the details, whatever is given to you. Have you drawn the figure, children? Draw the figure neatly. Shall we proceed, children? Okay, now let's continue over here. Let's check whether the triangles are similar or not. First of all, the work is to check for the similarity. And once it is similar, we can check for the value for x. Here we have been given with some angles and some values. In the previous case, we were only given with the side values. Yes? We were not given with the angles. So here we have something with angles. So let's try to prove the triangles to be similar using the angles also. So first of all, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to choose a triangle over here. Okay. So I have told you that whenever you choose a triangle, try to choose a smaller triangle and try to take the bigger one. So what is the bigger one here? We can take A, B, C. I'll put here in triangle. The first step is to choose a proper triangle. So in triangle A, B, C. So if I am choosing ABC, I am going to follow the same direction. I have told you the direction is very, very important. If you make a mistake in choosing the triangle, everything goes wrong. So very important thing is to choose the triangle in a proper order. So A, B, C, P, Q, C. Okay children, A, B, C and P, Q, C. And triangle P, Q, C. Okay. Now here, so we have a triangle ABC and we have triangle PQ. So this is PQC and ABC. Now just see here carefully children. What are the things we can say here? Just see this part, okay? Just notice this part carefully. Now this is a triangle, okay? This is a line over here like this. And we have here 110 degree. And what will be the value for this children? We have seen that, just think of your protractor. What is the angle of a protractor? What is the angle of a linear pair? The angle of a linear pair is 180 degree. That is, the angle is 180, straight line. If you get a straight line, that means the angle is 180 degree. You can just think of your protractor. You have from 0 to 180 degree. Yes children? So what is the value or what is the angle of this whole line? The angle of the linear pair. That is line we call as linear pair. So what is the sum of linear pair? It is 180 degree. And what is given to you? 110 is given to you. From 180, if I reduce 110, what I get? 70 degree. That means, what is the value over here? The value is 70 degree. Getting the point? So this is 70 degree separately. I am not talking about here. I am just going to talk about this line. Can you see here carefully? You just get a line like a protractor, like a linear pair, a straight line. So what is the angle of a straight line? It is 180 degree. And they have already given you 110 degree. So what will be left here? 70 degree. This is not a new thing, concept to you. We have already studied this in our 7th standard. Yeah, we had this in our 7th standard. So we have used the angles in a linear pair, yes. So this is 110 plus 70, which gives you 180. So I have found the angle. Okay. Now let us go for the proof part. We are going to check whether the triangles are similar by using the methods that we have used when we wrote the criterion. Do you remember? I wrote some methods and I have proved that they are similar. Same manner we are going to check here. Here ABC, okay, this is ABC and this is PQC. Now in ABC and PQC, I can see that two angles are same. Which are the two angles to be same? B is same and Q is same. Do you agree with this thing? Which angles are equal here? ABC and PQC are equal. Angle ABC is equal to angle PQC. This is 70 degree. I just get this information from the figure. ABC and PQC is 70 degree. So one point I have found. One more thing. Now here, that is for ABC and PQC, one angle is common. Can you find out the common angle here? Which is a common angle here, see? For ABC, for triangle ABC, we have C. Okay, we have C for ABC. And also for PQC, we have C. So which is the common angle? C is common, see? In both the cases, C is present. That means I can say angle C is equal to angle C. This is common for both the angles. That is, C is common for triangle ABC and also for triangle PQC. Here, I have just got two conditions. I have told you when you are dealing with AA criterion, two conditions are enough. No need to go for three. If you are following for SSS, you have to show for three. SAS, you have to show three. But when you are just going to prove or when you are going to check for AA similarity, no need to go for three. We can just stop in two. So what are the two conditions we have taken over here? First of all, I have taken angle ABC is equal to angle PQC, which is 70 degree. And also I have found the common angle between them. What is the common angle between them? It's C. Okay. So now you are going to write down. What are you going to write down? Therefore, triangle ABC is similar to triangle PQC. Triangle ABC similar to triangle PQC by AA similarity. You have to mention the criterion over here. So it is going to be similar by AA similarity. Okay. So we have shown the similarity, yes children. So now what are we going to do? We are going to write the proportional sides. Let us write down the proportional sides. Now you know how to write the proportional sides? Yes. So first two. So what do you get here? AB upon PQ is equal to. Next. First two taken, no? The second third and the second third. So BC upon QC. AB upon PQ, then BC upon QC, and then AC upon PC. Yes, I get AC upon PC. So I have written the proportional sides. I hope you are clear with this part. You know how to find out this, children? AB upon PQ, BC upon QC, and AC upon PC. Okay, now we are just going to choose the proper proportions over here, because we have to take the values which we know, where we just cannot proceed with the unknown part. Okay, so here just check which values we know. I know the value for AB, I know value for AB. Okay, PQ is what we have to find out. Yes, that is X. That is what we have to find out. I have told you that if we are proving the triangle to be similar, we can go for the second part. That is, we can go for the finding the value of X. So we will be taking PQ also. BC, I know. What is BC? I know the value for BC. I know the value for QC. AC, I don't know AC value and I don't know PC value. So no need to consider this part. So don't consider this part. So no need to consider this part. So I am going to consider AB upon PQ and BC upon QC. And I know that it is going to be similar, so they will be equal only. So I am going to write them together. I will put therefore AB upon PQ is equal to BC upon QC. In the previous sum, I did not write them together. I have taken them separately because we have not confirmed that the triangle was similar. Yes, children? But here I have confirmed that the triangles are similar. So these two values will be equal. AB upon PQ will be equal to BC upon QC. Let us put the value. What is the value for AB? The AB is 5. So 5. What is PQ? PQ is X. So 5 upon X is equal to BC. What is BC? BC is 3 plus 3. BC is the whole value. Okay, children, don't just put here 3. BC means from here to here. That means 3 plus 3. That is 6. What is QC? QC is 3. So upon 3. That's all. Now we are going to simplify it further. So cross multiply. 6x is equal to 15. Therefore, x is equal to 15 upon 6. We can just simplify it further. We can just reduce it further. 15 upon 6. Try to simplify it. 3 2s are 3 5s are. Yes. 3 2s are 6. 3 5s are 15. Therefore, x is equal to half of 5, 2.5. Have they given any measurements? Units? No units. So just put there 2.5. So x is equal to 2.5. You can put your unit because they have not mentioned any unit. Yes. So just mention your 2.5 units. So we have found the value for x. So I hope you are clear with the concept of similarity. So that's why I told you that you should know how to prove for the similarity. And mostly we'll be using these steps in mostly all the sums. And after checking for the similarity, then only we can apply this condition and we can get the values. Okay, children? So what was the homework today? The homework was some useful results on similar triangles, which is in page number 160. You have 5 points over there. And when you write that 5 points, you have to draw the figure also. Okay, children? And I hope you were clear with today's work. Yes, children? Were you clear with that? Okay, good. Practice the sum. We have just started with the exercise. So just have a practice of 4th unit from the first day. So just do not postpone the work till the last day. You practice the remaining units also, and along with the remaining units, start practicing 4.1 from the first day. So if you start from the first day, so when we complete our unit 4, and you will be also fully, you would have completed your fourth unit fully. That is, you would have practiced all the sums from fourth unit. So just do not wait till the last moment. Start practicing from the first day. Okay, children? So we will be continuing with the remaining sums in the next class.